since this pandemic puts us in this really short-term mindset of what's going to happen next, the question now is what to expect in May, right? What do we think is going to happen in May? What to expect in May? I saw something recently that I really liked, and it was along the lines that your brain is a survival machine, okay? The way your brain works is that it's designed to go into action to solve problems as you confront them. So like caveman walking across plain, sees lion, runs other direction, right? Like that's a primitive example of your brain being a survival machine. Now we live in a much more sophisticated world, but we still are confronted with threats. And really, it's just become a mind game now. And the question is not so much what to expect in May, but what questions should I ask myself in May, starting today, okay? Because your questions are what tell your brain what you're confronting. It isn't a lion chasing you down to Serengeti, right? It's what you're asking yourself. It's the stimulus you put in that causes your brain to create solutions, all right? So here's some questions I wanted to suggest. This one, I was talking to Kent and Seth about these kinds of things, and this was Kent's, and I loved it. Where do I want to be in a month? Ask yourself that question. Where would you like to be a month from now, right? I think we're seeing examples, as we just talked about, that the country is going to be further down this path. And even if there is a flare-up someplace, it's going to be a flare-up in a place that opened up too quickly, and we're going to learn something as a country, and that's a good thing. I don't think anybody believes there's going to be a flare-up overall right now. If we get a rebound later on in the year, that's something different, okay? But right now, we've crested overall, and so if there's a flare-up, there's going to be a learning experience that goes with that flare-up. So that aside, where do you want to be in a month? Who haven't I touched base with? We're doing this. I know a lot of you are doing this. Owners that you've placed tenants with, if they got the rent paid, do you want to give them a call and tell them, hey, that's good, right? We're being asked by people, what are you seeing? Everybody's asking everybody, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? How are you handling this? What are you seeing? You have something to contribute to the conversation with your owner. Give them a call, find out how they're doing. I'd like to see you all with a list down the page of people that you're just calling and then checking off the list, just touching base. Promise you, they're going to appreciate it. I promise you that letting them know that you're still in business. There are people that are contacting other people in real estate, whether for rental property management or buying or selling homes, and getting a reply message saying, we're out of business until this is over. Hearing from you proactively, it's a really good idea. What part of my business plan needs action? Most everybody here has got a written business plan. Do you have that handy? Do you have it out? Are you looking at it? You know, like remember spinning plates, right? You may have some plates that are wobbling right now. Go attend to those plates. Make the phone call. How about this? Should I use this time to prepare for the future? Now, a month and a half ago, we were talking about, we think there's going to be business to go out and get. We think the pie is going to be smaller, but still substantial. But maybe we're wrong. And so if we're aggressive, if we stay connected, if we still keep the work ethic up, if we still hustle, we can do things to plan for the future. So, like, should I learn a foreign language? No, you should not learn a foreign language. We now know that there is a pie out there. Should I see this like I'm running a marathon? No, you should not look at this as a marathon, okay? We're in sprint mode. 1 month, sprint. We're looking at this like what happens in June is going to happen in June, but from the standpoint of focusing our energy to generate business, I want you to think of this as, look at the explosive muscle tone concentration on this guy. Don't be this guy who's like, hey, I'm going to use my downtime to learn how to bake bread. No. Sprint. I hope that one landed as good as it did in my brain when I thought of it a couple hours ago. I thought that was fun.